How's it going, everyone? Chris here with the next episode of my Black Ops weapon guides. We're currently in the LMG category, and today we're going to look at the all-American M60. So the M60, being another light machine gun, is another weapon you'd usually find attached to the top of a jeep, a boat, or some sort of vehicle. However, it can be used by an infantry person. Usually, you find a team of three men using the M60. One of them being the gunner, one of them being assistant, and one of them being an ammunition bearer. The sheer weight and size of the gun and the ammunition means it needs that team of people to operate it. You've obviously got the gunner who carries the weapon and actually fires it. You've got the assistant who carries extra ammunition and reloads the weapon, and then the ammunition bearer carries even more ammunition. And the tripod and all the other sorts of bits of equipment that are needed to set up a firing position. So in Black Ops, it's obviously in the LMG category and is unlocked at level 21. So like all the other LMGs, the M60 serves up the 40 damage, but a unique feature of the M60 is it has a drop-off rate. So that 40 damage is actually the long range damage figure, and it actually has a 50 damage figure up close. This means it's one of the only weapons, along with the Scorpion, that can kill within 2 shots at close range. The recoil is pretty moderate. The sensor speed is very fast if you attach the grip attachment. Now the stats of the M60 are kind of polar opposites. You get the best and worst of the LMGs in this one weapon. The first being the reload time. This is the slowest out of all the LMGs. 9.70 seconds as a partial reload and from empty, basically because the ammo is stored in a box, so it doesn't matter whether you replace the box, whether it's half full or completely empty. So it's definitely worth remembering that when you're in game, not to bother reloading when you've got half a box worth of ammunition left. You might as well wait till right at the last moment. Otherwise, the fire rate is the slowest of the LMGs at 535 rounds per minute. And another opposite is the magazine size is actually the largest out of all the LMGs at 100 rounds. It's by far the largest ammunition size of any of the weapons in Black Ops. So the M60 is one beastly gun. It serves up all the best traits of the LMGs, being able to unleash like a constant blaze of firepower to any one area. That huge magazine size of 100 rounds or 200 when extended with the big ammo attachment can unleash that constant firepower towards an objective, like a flag in domination or holding off kind of a choke point. It does have a fairly slow fire rate. It kind of just chugs along, but that does help with the recoil loads. Obviously, if you've got a high fire rate weapon, the recoil doesn't have time to censor itself back, so you end up firing towards the sky. But this is one of the great things about the M60. You can kind of just keep your finger held down on the trigger. The slow fire rate will help the recoil settle back on target, and that super high damage, especially up close, will take people out within 2 or 3 shots. So in terms of game modes, you don't really want to be running around in free-for-all with this weapon. With all the LMGs, your character is basically fat, very slow moving, it has very slow aiming speed, and the hip firing is very inaccurate. So basically you want to find yourself a little position in an objective game such as ground war domination, where there's lots of enemies heading towards a certain point on the map, such as the B flag. Find yourself a position behind some cover and unleash hell. So let's take a look at some recommended perks. First up, I've got the option of flak jacket. Now, combined with that objective game mode domination, particularly on ground war game mode, you tend to get lots of grenades, lots of RPGs flying at you, especially if you're trying to hold down a position. So flak jacket will help you help protect you against these sort of things and lengthen your life. The iron sights on the M60 aren't too bad. They're the usual Treyarch iron sights that you see on most of the assault rifles. So Warlord isn't too necessary with the M60. So the best trace I've got here is the hardened perk to enable that deeper impact and that deeper bullet penetration. This will get you lots more kills through cover. And third up, with the LMGs, making your character very slow, the marathon perk just helps you make your way around the map and avoid you moving like a snail and not getting anywhere. So attachments wise, the best attachment by far is probably the grip attachment. This increases the sensor speed from 1500 to 1700 and it also helps with that recoil overall. So with the grip attachment you can kind of just hold the trigger down and still get most shots on target even at long range. Otherwise you might want to consider extended mags. The magazine size on the M60 is 100 rounds as standard, but with the extended mags, the big ammo attachment, this increases the magazine size to 200 rounds. So that's almost a couple of full minutes worth of constant firepower. Otherwise, if the iron sights aren't to your liking, you can always consider the red dot sight just to give yourself a little reticle to aim through. So overall, the M60 is one badass gun. You definitely want to be trying this out in a team game where you can kind of give your team support and defend an objective. So have some fun with it and let me know how you get on. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to stick around for more of these weapon guide episodes. Drop me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. We really appreciated it. It helps with my exposure. Otherwise, I'll catch you all later.
Securing Bravo.